Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is time for the Gnome Friends Gingerbread Die assembly video. Hey, so I'm using the brand new Gnome Friends Gingerbread Die, along with the brand new Gingerbread Faces stamp set from Jaded Blossom. I'm using Doodlebug's Gingerbread Kisses 6-inch pad, and this was a boo-boo. It's supposed to be dot stripe from Doodlebug. So I cut out the little gingerbread bases out of dot stripe on the dot side. And I'm just going to assemble these guys with my Bearly Art glue. All my die cutting today was done with my Anna Griffin Empress machine, as per usual, working on a Stampin' Up! Pad. Reverse tweezers, you know, all the stuff I always do. So first I cut him the main layer out. And then I added the piece with the no arms, just to give it some dimension. But remember, you don't have to do this. You could just use the one layer. Next, I'm adding on his little icing hat. For this guy, I'm just going to be using the die cuts for his face. Now, there is no little mouth die cut on this set, but don't worry, the mouth is over on the gingerbread mug die. It fits perfectly. Or you could just use the stamped faces, or you could leave it like I did, because it looks cute without it, right? It's got a little stitched mouth. It's perfectly fine. So I added on the little eyes, that's Paper Train black cardstock, and then the pink cheeks are from that Gingerbread Kisses 6-inch pad from Doodlebug. Next, I'm going to add on the little bow tie, same thing, Gingerbread Kisses. And I'll be adding on the little buttons from that same 6-inch pad from Doodlebug. And all the little icing, the little decorative icing strips were all cut out of that Simon Says Stamp white glitter cardstock. I love that cardstock. It cuts like butter with Jaded Blossom's dies. It's just perfect. Now you could have cut these out of white and added some stickles if you wanted to, right? So I'm just going to add on these little icing strips, and then you'll have an adorable little gingerbread man. Remember, you can dress these gingerbread men up using Jaded Blossom's Gnome Dies add-ons, all the different add-ons. You can give them hats or whatever. There we go. Next, I am going to make one with a stamped face. So I'm taking the little head piece, and there's one in the die cut package, and it's got no, the face. There's no face stitching on it. That's the one you want to use. So I'm using my Misty and some Versafine Clair Nocturne ink, and I'm going to stamp that. Remember, don't push too hard. You don't want to flatten out the details of the face. But there we go. Isn't that sweet? Oh my goodness. So I'm taking a Copic marker in E99, just a little bit darker, and I'm carefully tapping it in. Remember, Copic and Versafine Clair ink, they are not friends. They do not mix. I'm also using an R29 to color in the tongue. Here we go. Isn't that, oh my goodness, so cute. I'm taking my Secure White Jelly Roll pen in a number 10, and I'm adding the highlights to the eyes. And a little, highlight on the tongue, because why not, right? We're here, might as well. And there he is, or she is. Isn't she cute? Okay, so I'm going to make this one without arms because I'm going to have her holding stuff. So there are little hand pieces that you can have her holding things, and then there's arms. So you could have her hanging over something with the arms hanging there, or, you could have her holding something in front of herself, whatever you want to do. Her little dress is cut out of Gingerbread Kisses 6-inch pad from Doodlebug. Remember, Doodlebug comes out with a new paper line every year. You don't have to use the same one as me. All the colors like on those pads match everything else. It's perfectly fine. And you'll have a super cute gingerbread person. So I'm going to add on this little icing stripe to her head. And isn't she the sweetest little thing? Oh my goodness, so cute. And then I'm going to give her a little hair bow. Because of course she's a little girl. She's going to get a little hair bow, right? And isn't that the cutest little thing? Oh my goodness, just so cute. So we've got to add on her little icing stripes on her little ankles still. And using my reverse tweezers, because that's kind of what I do. We'll get them both in place. Now remember, if you wanted to, you could easily use enamel dots for her little buttons on her dress. Brad's. You could use whatever you like. Okay, so I'm going to use this Gnome Dies Baking Add-ons, this little cookie. And that was put together with Neenah Desert Storm, 80-pound cardstock, and also pattern paper from that same Gingerbread Kisses 6-inch pad. And I'm going to pop up the two little hands with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. There we go. Isn't that cute? And there she can hold a little cookie. Isn't that the sweetest thing? Remember, they can hold all of the add-ons. Next, I'm going to put together another one. This is another one, but I'm going to be using the die cuts again. Same papers as I used before. And this is just the sweetest little thing, adding on the little cheeks. It's just so cute. The die cut face is adorable, but I have to say I'm really partial to the little stamped faces. They are just the cutest thing. And you can make your gingerbread person as happy or as sad as you want, right? With that one. It's just so cute. So just adding them all together. I'm going to add the little body on next. Now you could skip this part. You don't have to do this. It just adds another layer. But like I said, you could just use the main piece and be done with it, right? Save yourself some die cutting. Going to give this one a little bow tie again. And there they are. So cute. And for this one, I'm going to add, I'm going to add some little pink cheeks on that other little girl that I forgot. That's EK Success Chalk, and add some freckles on the little cheeks as well. This is what happens when Leanne's creating. I kind of move back and forth. Okay, I'm going to add some little highlights to the eyes and some little freckles on the little die cut faces. So you could leave the little faces like this with no little mouth. Just use the stitching line, or, we can use tomorrow's die and there's a little smile that would fit perfectly as well. So don't worry about it. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to add the buttons on this one. You'll see that right in the middle of the screen there, I'm using the Gnome Dies birthday add-ons. There's a little gift, and I'm going to have the little gingerbread person holding a gift, right? Isn't that fun? And I'll be using the arms for this one. So I'm just adding on all my little white glitter accents to this little this little gingerbread, Gnome Friends gingerbread die. I have gnome on the brain because remember, all of our gnome dies, they have all sorts of accessories, and you could have these gingerbread guys doing pretty much anything you want, right? If you're a gingerbread person, the sky's the limit with these guys. So I'm adding on the little details on the wrists next, and there we go. So like I said, I'm using this little birthday die for a little Christmas present. Isn't that cute? And we can add on the little arms. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the release, for my release project, so I wanted to leave it open for that. Okay, so for this last one, I'm going to stamp a face on just the little head, because you might want to just put a head on one of your cards, right? Or maybe use the gift card, that new gift card slider, what's it called? The Gnome gift card slider die. You might want to use that on there. So I stamped in Versafine Clair Nocturne ink. And there we go. Isn't that cute? I'm going to pull out the same Copic markers. Again, remember, they are not friends with the Versafine Clair inks, so be very careful. You don't want to color over that because it's going to mess up your Copic marker. So just tap it in and be very careful. There we are. And now he's got a little red tongue, a little brown nose. I'm going to add some EK chalk to the cheeks, because of course your gingerbread face would be, blushing. I'm going to add some freckles. And I'll add some of the highlights to the eyes, or to the eye. I hate it when it's left, like the color behind it, because then it just doesn't pop. It doesn't look like a highlight anymore. Okay, ignore that little hat. That's for something else. Okay, so I'm going to add on the little icing piece. There we go. And there's the little face. Isn't that the sweetest thing? And this is all of the pieces on an A2 size card front, just to show you the sizing. And there we go. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, be inspired by the team. The Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on these amazing products. by getting the Gotta Have It Now right away, or you can wait a little bit until it comes out a la carte. Thanks, everybody. Bye.